Never seen anything like it.
Hello ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to another Hunters video today in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where I pretty much show you the location of all the legendary creatures and some tips about defeating them. Some of them are easy, some of them are a bit harder, and we are pretty much at the final ones now. Like, I have literally done all of them. I've completed all of them. This was one that I managed to do before I took out the boar recently and the cats, and after this you're going to see me take on a giant moose and a polar bear, so look forward to them videos too. So make sure you liked, make sure you're subscribed, and let's go. Let me show you the location and how to deal with this giant wolf and its little pack. So we're going to, obviously, Lincolnshire. Right in the top end, you'll find some ruins here, and this is pretty much where you're going to find the GEMAD WULF. So obviously there are going to be other enemies around. Sometimes you'll find some boars, not a bad spot to come to as well, and you will find some loose pack of wolves darting around this area too, and obviously lots of deers. Now the ruins, you can see there's an eagle point as well, so you can get that, and there's also some gold chests underneath or very close by a wolf cave. So if you're looking for lots of wolf claws, this might not be a bad place to come. So there you go, there's the GEMAD wolf, not the GEOMAD, and it's pretty large. It's pretty easy, I would say. Definitely taking it on its own is fairly simple. It looks a bit more like a hyena than a wolf. And then you've also got a small pack that will be called. Pretty much you get it down to about half health or quarter health and she'll start calling them. But you can see I was doing lots of damage. You can stagger it, it gets knocked back. Its unstoppable attack is easily avoidable as well. Definitely one of the easiest ones I've done. You can see that as soon as it lurches up on its feet, you've just got to use the slow motion ability to get around it. I went for range with this one. I thought, yeah, we'll try it out and see how it goes. And obviously I was doing pretty good amount of damage. It's still got its weak points and they'll do massive amount of damage as well, and you can usually use that to your advantage to take out a huge chunk of its health. Eventually though, when it starts getting low enough, it is gonna try and make a break for it on top of this walling. Now you can get up there and pretty much chase it around and try and fight it while it's up there, and I would say no. Just get your bearings, make sure your health is filled up. There are mushrooms on the floor, maybe pepper it with arrows with a light bow like I'm doing, and then just take out these guys. Now the first time she calls it, you might only get 2 or 3. The second time I ended up having like 3 or 4, I'm pretty sure. And just got to be careful for this. This obviously is a bit of a killer move. While you're distracted by the small ones, she will make a pounce. So I would suggest you go right to the top of the ruins, up the hill slightly towards where you came into this place. That is the best place to be, so that she can't just pounce on you from the very top. But you can see, yeah, it's doing a fair amount of damage when she does catch me with just that. But take out the smaller ones, that'll help you get some adrenaline up as well. And then you can also go in, hopefully, with the L1 attack if you get a chance. You can see her big, huge, unstoppable one isn't that bad. I'm like level 155, something like that I want to say. Obviously I've got my spear and I'm using my L1 holding it down. You can do that with just 1 axe, you don't need 2 axes, but it does tend to bring up more adrenaline if you're using 2 dual weapons like axes, hammers or knives. And yeah, maybe I was getting a bit too cocky saying this is easy. It's still a challenge for sure, and obviously I'd used up a lot of the mushrooms that were laying around, so make sure you're well provisioned. I've got a health pack of at least 4 provisions, so definitely need that. And if you've got more arrows, then this will be even easier. Poison, you can see I've poisoned her a little bit as well. That was a bit of a weird glitch. Literally just sent me flying across the arena, so that wasn't exactly the best ideal thing. But you can see I'm peppering and still not managed to hit her. So yeah, I have definitely got to get better at my aiming. But as soon as you use the slow motion, you can really do lots of attacks. And like I said, it's fairly simple to choreographic, something like that, when she's about to do a big, huge special attack. So at this point she calls forth her little friends again. She's gone up top and I decided to retreat here, like I said, just to stay out the way of her pounce, and I had 3 of them on me. So yeah, it does get a bit challenging for sure, but this will give you an opportunity as well to get some food back. I think you get some meat from them when you actually pick up the loot from their bodies, so you may want to have auto loot equipped as well, just to make life a little bit easier. And yeah, definitely use the slow motion to take them all on, and I don't think this is that hard. I'm slightly disappointed they've used like the wolves or the dogs quite a bit. You know, I know it's what else can you have as legendary creatures, I guess. We've obviously got the cats as well. We've got Black Shuck though, which is almost like a huge massive wolf. It's meant to be, I think, like a huge rabid dog hound. That's what that one's meant to be. But this one, yeah, definitely feels like it's more of a hyena. Maybe that was a specialty. If anyone is a ancient wolf expert, let me know. I'm pretty interested in that stuff. Now, unstoppable, it does do a good amount of damage. Like, if it catches you, you're going to lose at least half your health bar. So yeah, maybe be careful, be very careful indeed if it is approaching you. You can see you get plenty of wolf claws though, so it's actually a good idea to come if you need wolf claws, if you're trying to get stuff. She caught me there, it was pretty bad, but you see I didn't really lose that much health from it. It's just that swipe attack she does, that is pretty much the deadly one, where it takes half your health bar. Other methods, you guys have been telling me always to use the harpoon shot and you can do damage. I think that would go well here with the walls being so close. I reckon if you're deeper into the water there and you use the harpoon shot, you might be able to get her to swing her across against the walls and do more damage. I think that's what that one does. Or something like the Rage of Helheim, that could be pretty good too. Throwing axes, I think she moves too quickly. I wouldn't recommend using them. I find with any moving creature, fast moving creature, the throwing axe ability is just pretty useless. Like I end up missing half my shots. I definitely prefer something where I can really get in a melee or almost unstoppable, which is the Valkyrie dive. But yeah, poison and flames, I think they're all going to work well whether you're not using a poison powder trap or the incendiary one. They're all good, but it's always about that dodge ability and making sure you've got plenty of adrenaline. And there you can see she gets stunned as well, and so you've got even more opportunity to do lots of damage. So yeah, it's just about catching her really and just knowing when she's going to pounce and strike and just being careful when she does summon her wolf little chums. So yeah, this ended up becoming quite a long fight because I was just maybe a bit underpowered in terms of how much damage I was doing against her. And I ended up going on a bit of a run here. I was a bit panicky thinking, oh no, I'm nearly out of health, what's going on? I need to go and see if I can find some mushrooms. But there are no mushrooms or anything above, it's all just on the ground here. Don't leave the area obviously, otherwise it will regain all its health. So you've got to be careful for that one. And she ended up chasing me all the way around this little square. So at this stage, the third time she calls is when you're going to have more wolves on you than you have before. So it does increase. And obviously you're not going to be able to stop that really unless you can somehow stun her and just take her out in one fell swoop the minute you've done that. But you can see she's going to bring her friends now and she's going to make her escape up top. But you can do some pretty good hits, especially if you've got backstab rune. I love that rune. It's like giving me 5 backstab damage extra. So that's one of my favourites. I usually use things as well like giving extra critical shot, the 4.9 ones, and making sure that all my armour has got lots of health in it, as well as making sure it's got good evasive scores. But you can see there's 4 of these ones now. So yeah, it does get more challenging, but it does give you the opportunity to refill your food as well as get your adrenaline bars up. Last one defeated, and then it's time to take on the big mama. I mean, I'm presuming it's a mama. It could be a dude, who knows? It could be the leader of the pack. This is where it got stuck. Now, alright, so I got a bit of help from here, but you can see it's pretty low health, and I've got my full health bar, so I think I would have done it anyway. But it got stuck on this point, and so it gave me a good opportunity to get some pictures. So yeah, a good opportunity. I went just stabbing away with my spear and ended up doing a bunch of damage. So it's nearly taken out, nearly on these last steps. And I still haven't actually taken out its last legs. I probably could have ended this fight a bit quicker if I was paying more attention and used my shots with my arrow a little bit better, or my bow I should say. But yeah, a really good point to use any ability that gets more damage when you throw the animal or the enemy across against walls or stuff like that. I think that will go down really well. But you see, I've done it finally, done the final attack, and again, it's more picture time. So once you've taken it out, then you can go and explore. So there's a crack inside the wall here on the bottom, and there's also a cave nearby too. Now there's another way to get inside the crack area. It's just like a vault underneath. It's got a few gold chests, but nothing like massive. Like there's no big huge loot or armor pieces down there. There's obviously a mask as well, Roman mask nearby. To get the Roman mask, you just shoot the ballast and it breaks open down below, and that's it. That's where the mask is. And the cave is literally just across the way from the ruins. Go inside here, you'll find some more wolves, so obviously don't go in here unless you've got full health, or you've managed to pick up some, or you're just, you know, going to be okay. There is going to be at least 2 or 3 of them in here as well. But again, just another opportunity to get loads of them wolf claws to give back, so you can get some runes and items, or even maybe ingots from the hunter. And you will find a smaller chest, and I was lucky enough to get some silk fabric out of it too. And just to show you the crack inside, you can go in here. Yeah, like I said, I feel like maybe this will end up being something for story, who knows? I don't know, it just felt a bit underdeveloped, this bit. Like there should have been something maybe more important underneath in this crypt area, as there really wasn't much other than just some extra food and a few little bits of extra loot, but nothing like massive. Keep following it through and eventually you'll lead to some steps underneath this massive tree, and that is him done. GEMAD, GEOMAD, whether you're a girl, boy, or whether or not you're non-binary, I don't care. You are now brown bed, and eventually will be hanging up on my longhouse when they actually fix the bug that actually shows them. And all you've got to do now is go and get the eagle point if you haven't got it already. I will be back with taking on the polar bear, as well as taking on the massive moose in the Vinlands, and that is all the legendary creatures complete. I'm going to show you what you can get. I'm going to show all of them so that you know it's worth it or not killing all these creatures. I think it's just about, particularly if you like axes. So until next time, Ratbags, I will catch you lot later.